Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show, and it's morning after the night before where Leeds United tasted their first loss of 2024 with a 2-1 loss down in Coventry. Look, I stayed away from Twitter for a little bit. I can't lie to you. I muted a lot of conversations. I can't lie to you. My head was burnt out with it all. I watched WrestleMania. I thought I'd have a little look. And I wasn't surprised. You know, there's been... My God, you'd think the world was ending. There's been some massive wild takes. And listen, I'm not digging anyone out here. Genuinely. Please don't think I am. Because it's the end of the season. There is now 5 games left to go. We lost a game. Everyone's panicking. And everyone deals with that differently. My way of dealing with it was to switch off. Watch WrestleMania. Think about something else. But, yeah, some of the takes. I just want to... It's not so much a rallying cry, but, like, just tranquillo is all I'm asking for me, anyway. I say we need a little bit of faith. Because we've got 5 games left to go. 5 cup finals, if you like. Massive plus yesterday. Ipswich also lost. So there is a point between us. You know, I made the claim that Leeds United will still go up in the top 2. People are saying... You do realise you've only got 5 games left. It's like, yep, so have Ipswich, and they're a point in front, and we have a better goal difference, so they need to drop points. Do I think they will? Yes. You know, Leeds United may go on to drop more points. People disagree with this, but yesterday was our toughest game left for me. We've now got 2 home games. Reason to be positive. Leeds United are unbeaten, not just in 2024, but all season at home. If people are saying... Like, for me, where's it coming from? Where's it coming from that all of a sudden now we're going to lose, like, loads of games? Yes, performances haven't been great since the international break. Call it a blip if you want, like people did after Huddersfield. But ultimately, in this 3 games, we've picked up 4 points, which is 2 less than Leicester and Ipswich, and 2 more than Southampton. Look, at least we're still in with a chance. Southampton are done out here, okay? And Leeds United have 3 home games, okay? 3 home games out of 5. The odds are in our favour because, as history has shown us this season, we are unbeaten at home. Admittedly, Southampton's one of them games. But we've played Leicester at home. We've played Ipswich at home. We've played other good sides at home and not been beaten. So more of the same, please. There are reasons to be positive. We face Sunderland next and then follow that up against Blackburn, both at home. I expect 6 points. Now, if you're a regular watcher of this channel, I expected this from Leicester. I said on a weekly show that I do with Locks, Leicester's next 3 games were favourable. You know, they had to play Birmingham City, Millwall and Plymouth Argyle. I fully expected them to get 9 points, so nothing's changed in that respect. But then they have West Brom, Southampton and go away to Preston. That is 3 really difficult games, and they will drop points during that period. Some fans felt that Ipswich wouldn't lose again. They lost to Norwich. They now play Watford, who haven't been beaten in 4, by the way. So that point away at Watford doesn't look too bad now, does it? They then play Middlesbrough, who I fancy them to beat, but do have tough away games on the spin, away at Hull City and Coventry City, which are 2 teams that are vying for the playoffs that Leeds United have just struggled against and been beaten by in Coventry. Coventry are a good side. I said this pre-match. In any other stage of the season, I'd have probably taken a point. So with all that considered, to say that Leeds United are somehow now destined for the playoffs, remember, those that are losing their minds, and again, not digging anyone out here, I'm trying to be objective, I'm trying to be relaxed about the situation. Those that are losing their minds, go back to Christmas time when we lost 2 on the spin and your reactions at that point. And I would argue at that point you were saying the same things you were saying now. Then Farke turned it around. The wildest takes for me that I'm seeing now is that Farke isn't the man. And we were unbeaten. Let me just say that again. Unbeaten in 15 games of football in 2024. Not because of Farke, in spite of Farke. That's wild. Now, as much as you're annoyed with yesterday and maybe the perceived lack of changes from Farke, to say that he is somehow doing as well as we are in spite of him and just due to players, for me, is the wildest take of ever. Because if that was the case, then there's no need for decent coaches. You know, if players as a collective could come together and just win football matches without the need for any sort of tactical output from a coach over an elongated period of time. You could argue, you know, the odd game here and there, individuals will come up and grab the game by the scruff of the neck, but we're talking about 15 games of football here. There's a reason why Chelsea are, you know, lower end of the Premier League, a reason why Manchester United are as piss poor as they are, because the instructions from the sidelines are all over the shop. Because look at the individuals within their side. Why are they not performing well then if it's as easy as that? This is one of the most difficult leagues in world football. The length of it, the intensity of it. Let's not forget, prior to the international break, we were flying. And it came at the wrong time because we've lost a lot of key personnel. I would argue yesterday Gruev maybe wasn't back to his best, but let's not throw shade at Farke for that because we all wanted him to start. I myself thought he was the key linchpin, but he wasn't quite up to it. Kamara, probably still carrying illnesses. No Nonto. Bamford, I backed him starting. Some will say, well, there's your issue, Joe, and that's fair enough. And I'm expecting he might make changes for Tuesday, and I think we'd all be welcome of that. But we didn't lose that game because of Pat, just like we didn't lose that game or didn't win that game against Watford because of Cooper. Football isn't linear like that. There's a number of different factors, and right now, it's not great. But again, I have faith that this will be turned around, not least because we, for me, have the best manager for the job. He's been there, he's done it, he's worn the T-shirt. Look, over the course of the season, we've come through rough patches. No other manager that we're going up against has done what Farke's done in this division. You know, anyone who's now coming with this crazy notion that he's somehow not of the level needed and he's doing as he should be and all this sort of stuff, it's wild because he's won this division twice. There's only him and one other managers that have done that. Now the title may now be out of grasp, but I still say that, yeah, Leicester will probably win the next two, but then they have some very difficult games. So let's see how we get through them. I know there's only 5 left, but 3 of them are home fixtures for Leeds United. And I'm just checking notes again. Leeds United have not been beaten at home. If we play Sunderland on Tuesday and we get beat, then maybe we can have a conversation and maybe we can then start to think, right, playoffs are looking more likely. But not right now. I think it's just, look, we've lost 1 game of football, people, in 2024. 1. And people are wanting to throw the baby out with the bathwater. All I'm saying is, people just need to relax a little bit. Was it conceivable that we would win every game? I said we could. And of course we could and maybe should have, because if people want to say, well, Joe, there's only 5 games left. Well, 15 prior to that we won and or didn't lose in. So, you know, so for those now that are coming back and saying, but you said we win them all. Yeah, because I felt we did, but we haven't. And it's not about how you get hit, is it? It's about how you bounce back and get back up and keep on going. And I fully expect that the next 2 games will see 6 points for Leeds United. Sunderland and Blackburn. Sunderland beat us earlier on in the season. It's not the same Sunderland. They're a bit of a basket case at the minute. And history says we always do pretty well against Blackburn. Yeah, they can be humdingers at time, but we do pretty well. So I fully expect us to get 6 points in the next 2. I felt that Coventry would be the toughest test, and I did say, had we have come through that and got 3 points, it would be huge. I'd be then looking at it going, yeah, man, come on. I don't see who left. Maybe Southampton on the final day, but I would hope it would be sorted by then. Maybe that's not going to be the case. But I would think, yeah, we can do the rest of these. Of course, now there'll be a lot of rewriting. This team, they're not. Tranquillo, Leeds United. We're one of the best teams in the division. We have the best manager for the job in this division, and we have some of the best players. We're the only team, for example, who's got a horse in the race in every single award. Manager, player, young player. No one else has that. you know? So people will say, but we're not the best team, just like they were earlier on in the season. But please remember, folks, it's one game. One game. If it drips into two, and yeah, people could say, but what about the performances? What about the performances, Joe? No, I hear that. I do hear that. But we didn't get beat. And that's a sign of a good side. Just like against Hull City. Everyone's going, oh, you know, sign of a good side. You don't play great against Hull City. We win the game 3-1. So, you know, yes, performances might not be amazing all the time, but, you know, good teams, these things happen, right? But with 5 games left to go, my confidence is not on the floor. My confidence is not on the floor. I'm trying to be calm, cool, collected. Could have easily start spouting stuff off and coming in response to some of the takes on social media wild. Asking me, like, someone DM me saying, can you actually explain to me, like, one situation where Farke's, you know, tactically won a game? I just think it's all down to the players. It's like, come on, man. They have a plan set out by the manager. To think that they're going out and just winning games of football is insane. It is insane. I think the wildest take yet was that Grazia and Jesse Marsh could be doing what Farke's doing. 1 loss in the league in 16. Mental. Just have a bit of calm, and if we lose against Sunderland, you can come at me. But right now, don't be worried. Know that we'll get 6 points from the next 2, and let's see what the others do. Let's see what Ipswich do. But I do expect Leicester to win the next 2, and I said that. You know, it's there on the videos just last week. But then they've got some difficult games. Many twists and turns yet. Leeds will be on the right side of history. Leeds will get top 2. Don't worry about it. I fully believe this fact. Fully believe it. And we will be a Premier League team next year. Look. Calm. Tranquillo. Calma, calma, calma. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Get your comments in. And, of course, hit that notification bell. I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.